Aaron, this is Paul Grinter's work. I think between 3 and 4 days we've got here, but we're going to do, see the edging down there, down on the paved edge. We're just going to do that through here, please. Paul's got it sits in there, but it's only been put in very temporarily. So I just rake the stone back, put a paver edge in there. I'm not even going to tell you how it finishes in the other end. It's very obvious. It just comes into the top of the stairs. We're going to go on to pave. We're going to use these pavers over there. And we're going to do solid paving between the block work and the edge. And it'll finish at this return here. And then across the back of the veggie garden and this side and the front here will be the matching stone. Paul's going to get you a couple of metres and just tip it in his truck right beside the space here. 2 metres will be plenty, but that's what Paul wants to get. And then you're going to finish this stone off with a cap edge across the gap there, just to close it off. And then down here, Paul's going to help you move those blocks, and we're just going to push this, Paul's going to have his little excavator here. We're going to just do a quick scrape over the top. Paul will tell you where the fill's going to go, that's up to him. We're going to use this pile of fill in here, and some of that fill down there as well to get it close, but I would like to have 50mm of our sandy loam in here. Have a chat to Paul whether we're going to turf this just with green couch, and I don't know whether we want to finish the turf flush with the top of the cap or flush with the bottom of the cap. I'll let you decide that with Paul. And then the second part of the job, or the third part of the job over here, there's a little bit more cleaning up. The boys had 2 days here, believe it or not, so it was a bit of a mess. We're going to clean up this garden here, and we're going to put our John Chalmers bush mulch in there, and the same thing here. We're going to clean up the rest of what's left in this garden, and I'm very happy for you guys to help Paul move these bricks. He's going to put all that bit of timber on his trailer, the rest of these fronds, all the way through up to the top here. This is all going to be cleaned up. When you come to this part, if you could spray it, give it 24 hours with some Roundup would be great. So even if you want to have a day between the cleanup and when we do the mulch, we do have a few other jobs we can go and do. But I want to get all this done by the end of next week before we move on to a couple of bigger jobs. If Paul gets time, he's going to just break off these stumps with his little excavator, but if not, we just want to mulch it up and stop all the weeds growing. All the plastic can stay. The other job up the top here is we just want to get rid of this monsteria that's climbing up the palms. So for about 1 metre up the trunk on these 3 or 4 palms, Paul wants you to just cut all the suckers that are growing up the tree. Adam's done it, but he hasn't done enough. Nowhere near enough. So if we can give it a clear 1 metre all the way around each trunk, almost like ring barking. Obviously we're not hurting the palm, we just want to just open up the trunk and make sure that we've got all that stuff, and then we reckon it'll just fall down and we can clean it up as part of another job. And then all this is going to be bush mulch, so you can come from the top, which I reckon is going to be heaps easier for you guys, but maybe there's an option we can even use a machine to load the barrows. Well, Paul's got his excavator, so I guess we can just load the barrows with an excavator. I haven't done any calculations, Aaron, but I know that I can leave that to you. Thank you.